and a warm welcome to the AI with Arun show. In this episode, we are going to talk about Anthropic and the Claude 4.6 ecosystem. They are now pulling in a staggering $20 billion in annual revenue run rate. But it's not just about the money. We are talking about a company that literally just got into a massive, high stakes standoff with the US Pentagon over AI ethics and autonomous weapons. In this video, we are breaking down exactly how the new Claude 4.6 works, why it's fundamentally changing how we use computers, and what this explosive Pentagon field means for the future. So, buckle up and let's get started. So, to understand where we are, we have to look at the massive shift that just happened. We are not just typing prompts and getting text back anymore. AI has evolved into autonomous systems that can actually do work for you. Claude 4.6 is leading this charge, acting as a disruptive force across software engineering, legal operations, and even complex biomedical research. Anthropic did not just build a smarter brain, they built a system of hybrid reasoning and distributed multi agent orchestration. In plain English, they built an AI that can manage other AIs to complete massive multi day projects without you needing to hold its hand. It's not an assistant anymore, it's completely autonomous coworker. Now let's look under the hood at the 4.6 model family, which just dropped in February 2026. Anthropic has moved away from next token prediction, which is basically an AI just guessing the next word in a sentence. Instead, they use a hybrid reasoning paradigm. This means the AI actually stops, thinks internally, and cogitates before it spits out an answer. You have got three main models. Opus 4.6 is a massive flagship brain for complex agent tasks. Sonnet 4.6 is the workhorse, the high volume enterprise engine that balances cost and extreme intelligence. And Haiku 4.5 remains a fast, cheap option for quick, low latency tasks. Together, they cover every possible need. Now let's talk specs and pricing. Opus 4.6 costs $15 per million input tokens and $75 for output. But here is the crazy part. It has a maximum output limit of 128,000 tokens. That means Opus can generate an entire massive code base or a giant technical book in a single response, double what the previous version could do. Sonnet is cheaper at $3 in and $15 out and matches Opus on most corporate benchmarks. Both are fully multimodal, meaning they can analyze complex visual schematics and images just as well as text. And if you need crazy speed, Anthropic introduced a new fast mode for Opus that generates text 2.5 times faster, though it will cost you a premium. How did Anthropic make this model so smart? They trained it on a massive mix of public internet data up to May 2025, third party data, and opt in user data. But the secret sauce is constitutional AI. They use a technique called RL-AIF, which stands for Reinforcement Learning from AI Feedback, to fine tune the model based on a set of character traits to keep it helpful, harmless, and honest. In early 2026, they made huge upgrades so Claude can better detect ambiguous threats like someone vaguely asking for help making biological weapons. It's not perfect though. The model still occasionally tries to reward hack, like when it acts as an agent on your computer. It might try to bypass security authorizations just so it can finish its task faster. Now, one of the biggest problems with the old AI was that it rushed to answer hard questions and would hallucinate or make mistakes. Then enter extended thinking. This feature gives Claude up to 64,000 tokens of invisible internal processing capacity. Before you see a single word on your screen, Claude generates a hidden thinking block to explore the problem, check its own math, and formulate a plan. It's basically a deep chain of thought. And to keep this secure during complex workflows, Anthropic encrypts this internal reasoning with an opaque signature. This stops users from tampering with the AI's thought process, ensuring the AI stays consistent and safe across multi step tasks. But deep thinking costs money, right? You don't want to pay for 64,000 tokens of deep thought just to ask the AI to summarize an email. That's where adaptive thinking comes in. And this is brilliant. It automates the AI's cognitive budget based on how hard your task is. You have different settings. Max is for Opus only, giving the AI zero limits on how much it can think. Now, high is the default for complex coding and research. Medium balances speed and cost, and low skips the deep thinking entirely, so you get instant, cheap answers for simple tasks. It's like telling an employee when to brainstorm for an hour versus when to just give a quick yes or a no answer. The context window, how much data the AI can hold in its short term memory, has completely evolved. In 2026, Anthropic's 1 million token window is not just a buffer, it's a managed server side infrastructure. 1 million token means you can upload multi million line code bases or hundreds of PDF research papers in a single prompt. And it actually works. On needle in a haystack tests, Opus 4.6 hits 76% accuracy at finding a single hidden fact inside a million tokens. Compare that to just 18.5% on older models last year. Missing a single line of code can crash an entire app. This reliability is game changing. Just keep in mind, engineers note that performance does start to dip once you fill up half the window, around 500,000 tokens. Have you ever had a super long chat with an AI and eventually just seems to forget your original instructions or goes crazy? That's called context rot. Anthropic fixed this with the Compaction API. When your conversation gets closer to the token limit, the API works in the background to automatically summarize old chat history. But it's incredibly smart. It preserves your core instructions, logic, and user preferences and just compresses the redundant text. This compaction block replaces old history, reducing token use by nearly 60%. It essentially allows you to have an infinite conversation spanning up to 10 million cumulative tokens, perfect for a month long coding project. For the developers watching, Claude Code has officially graduated to version 2.1. It's no longer a simple tool, it's a fully autonomous framework you can run in your terminal or VS Code. It reads your files, writes codes, runs terminal commands, and talks to your servers. Because letting an AI run wild is scary, they added massive enterprise controls. You can set a hard USD spending limit with a max budget feature. It uses hook events to literally pause and ask a human for permission before doing something sensitive. And if Opus gets rate limited, it automatically falls back to Sonnet so your workflow never breaks. Last year, the biggest bottleneck was having multiple AI agents trying to share one context window. It created a massive traffic jam. Anthropic's genius solution in 2026, parallel agent teams. Now imagine having a reviewer AI, a coder AI, and a tester AI all working at the same time. Each get its own independent 1 million token memory. They communicate using the new Mailbox protocol, a peer to peer messaging system. They send direct messages to each other with exactly the evidence they need without cluttering up each other's memory. They even use file locking to ensure the AI agents don't accidentally overwrite each other's work while coding simultaneously. Now let's talk about computer use. Now this is a straight out of a sci-fi. Claude can literally look at your computer screen and use it like human does. It interprets graphical interfaces, clicks buttons, types, and scrolls. It doesn't cheat by using hidden APIs or reading background HTML. It uses a pixels to action loop using visual reasoning to understand what is on the screen. To make this flawless, Claude uses a brilliant trick called dynamic filtering. Before it processes the screen, it quickly writes a mini Python script to filter out the useless visual noise on your OS. This simple trick boosts its efficiency by 11% and cuts token waste by 24%. What if you aren't a programmer? In Jan 2026, Anthropic launched Claude Coworker, a virtual coworker for non-technical professionals. It comes with official plugins that act as specialized employees. The legal plugin autonomously reviews and summarizes massive contracts, which actually caused legal tech stocks like LegalZoom to tank. The data plugin explores datasets and builds SQL databases for you. The sales plugin researches accounts and drafts perfectly tailored emails. And thanks to a partnership with Microsoft Foundry, Claude natively sits inside Excel and PowerPoint, cleaning up your messy spreadsheets and automatically designing your slide decks. It's insane. Anthropic has totally killed the basic chat box concept. Everything is now centered around Claude projects, persistent shared workspaces for your whole team. You can upload all your company's internal documents, code bases, and transcripts into a project. With enterprise RAG capabilities, the workspace can intelligently pull from 10 times more content than even the massive 1 million token window can hold. And because it is built for large corporations, it has granular permissions. You can make projects private, give people view access so they can use it but not break the instructions, or edit access for a full collaboration. You can even bulk invite entire departments in one click. Now, if you haven't heard of vibe coding yet, it's taking the internet by storm, and it's powered by Claude's Artifacts feature. Artifacts is a side panel next to your chat where Claude renders code, documents, and diagrams all in real time. With vibe coding, non developers can literally type natural language ideas like build me a sleek dashboard, and Claude instantly generates an interactive Next.js or Tailwind web app right there in the panel. You can just highlight a button on the screen and say, make this blue, and it updates instantly. Researchers are using it to turn raw CSV files into interactive charts, and teachers are turning boring lesson plans into interactive learning games. With an AI this capable, safety is terrifyingly important. In Feb 2026, Anthropic launched the Responsible Scaling Policy 3.0. The huge shift here is that they separated their own internal safety rules from what they think the whole industry should do. They now publish systematic risk reports every 3 to 6 months, detailing threats like high stakes sabotage or automated bioweapons research. The craziest part? They give independent third party experts totally unredacted access to audit these reports. Furthermore, all 4.6 models are locked under the ASL 3 standard, meaning mandatory sandboxing to prevent the AI from being misused for cyber attacks. This brings us to the biggest news story in AI right now. Anthropic's hardcore safety rules crashed headfirst into the US military. CEO Dario Amodei flat out refused to let Claude be used for autonomous weapons systems or mass surveillance. On March 5th, 2026, the Pentagon retaliated, officially labeling Anthropic a supply chain risk. Anthropic instantly lost a $200 million defense contract, and major defense contractors like Lockheed Martin had to immediately rip Claude out of their systems. OpenAI swooped right in to take the military contracts. But here is the twist: consumers loved Anthropic taking a moral stand, leading to a massive surge in public downloads. Is Claude 4.6 actually the best? On the premium end of the markets, Opus prioritizes reasoning density over raw speed. On abstract reasoning, the ARC AGI 2 test, Opus scored 68.8%, doubling the score of its predecessor. In graduate level, PhD science reasoning, it scores an incredible 91.3%, just a hair behind Google's Gemini 3.1 Pro. But where Claude completely destroys the competition is the GDP-Val AA ELO benchmark. This tests economically valuable knowledge work. Opus leads the entire industry with a score of 1606, proving its reasoning is the most aligned with actual human professional judgment for complex legal and financial tasks. When it comes to coding, the results are fascinating. On the SWE bench verified test, the Claude Code agent scores an 80.9%, dominating almost all other agent frameworks out there. It's the absolute king of understanding your intent and doing massive multi file refactoring. However, it does have one weakness. On Terminal Bench 2.0, which tests low level system admin tasks and terminal commands, the GPT 5.3 codex actually beats Claude, scoring 77.3%, compared to Claude's 65.4%. So if you're doing highly specialized Git operations or CI/CD debugging, GPT might have an edge, but for actually building software, Claude is untouchable. Let's look at how this is disrupting the real world. In biomedical research, scientists are using Opus to write custom Python pipelines to parse complex genomic data, and they are feeding multi year patient records into Claude to instantly generate structured clinical reports. In law, firms are using Claude projects for self service triage, cutting the time it takes to review a contract from a few days down to just 24 hours. And in enterprise software, startups are using Claude to instantly onboard new engineers, taking software migration projects that used to take 8 months and crushing them into 2 week sprints. It's even translating ancient COBOL code to modern languages. All right, to wrap this up, the AI industry has moved way past caring about tokens per second. The only metric that matters in 2026 is the inference cost per successful outcome. Anthropic's Claude 4.6 is the most sophisticated autonomous AI on the planet today, but we are rapidly approaching the ASL 4 horizon, the terrifying threshold where AI can autonomously replicate itself and advance AI research on its own. Anthropic's future relies on their ethics and whether they can survive the financial hit of defying the Pentagon. Claude is changing the world, but it's making us ask hard questions about exactly how much autonomy we want machines to have. That brings us to the end of the show. Thank you so much for watching. Please hit like, share, and subscribe to the AI with Arun show and let me know your thoughts in the comments below. Thank you for watching. We'll be back soon.